Good morning, everybody. Grandmaster Hafner here. I wanted to talk with you a little bit more about the Karate Palooza. We're getting so close, and the event itself is 2 weeks from Saturday, October 6th. We've got people who are going to participate in the event signing up for particular components of the demonstration. And so if you plan on being part of that and you haven't signed up yet, let Master Jason or Master Terry know. And it's also exciting too to see people turning in their collection envelopes. And it's really just started, the results to come in. But I think to date we've collected a little over $4,000 for needy kids. And so if you're collecting money and kind of reach the point where you're done, go ahead and turn that money in, and we're getting it to the organization as it comes in. And then on Saturday, October 6th, at Briarwood, we'll be presenting a check to the group that represents the total amount of monies collected. I can't help but think about some of our past fundraisers, and I know a couple weeks ago I told some stories about our Thanksgiving Basket Brigade. I had another thing that I wanted to remember, or that I remembered and wanted to tell you about that I thought was kind of cool. As you know, we sponsored families, and we bought bulk groceries and assembled Thanksgiving dinners that were then delivered to needy families in the community. And so if you picture like a big kind of a disposable roasting pan with a giant turkey in it, and then we pile all the stuff to make the dinner on it, and then wrap it in a clear plastic bag with a bow, so it looks kind of festive. In this particular year, it wasn't the first year we did it, nor the last. I think at that point we were feeding about 300 families. And so it takes all of the day before Thanksgiving for us to be out in the alley unloading stuff off the truck and assembling these packages. And we would have a crew of maybe 20 or 25 people in here helping us. And then later in the day, the organization that by that time was doing the deliveries for us would come with a truck, and they would have workers come in, and they would have a whole kind of a caravan of vans and trucks out in the alley, and they would take these things to their final destination. Well, in this particular year, we had all the packages assembled, and the group that was coming to pick them up was not there yet, but we let all of our help go. And so at that point, it was just myself and my brother that were here, and we were not so quick to assemble these things in these earlier years. So at this point, I think they were supposed to come pick these up at about 2 o'clock. We let our help go, and nobody came. And the place that we were in contact with was not answering their phone. And nobody came, and now we're thinking, yipes, it's getting into late afternoon here. We've got 300 turkeys defrosting on the floor of the karate school, and if nobody comes to pick these up, not only will the families that were waiting for these not have their Thanksgiving dinner, what are we going to do on Thanksgiving Day with 300 thawed out turkeys on our hands and nobody to pick them up? And so we were sweating it a little bit. So finally at about 6 o'clock, there's a little tap on the back door, and we think, oh my gosh, finally they're here with their caravan to pick these things up. So we go up into the alley, and there is one little man there who's probably 86 years old, and he's got a tiny little pickup truck. And I don't know what happened at the other end, because in previous years we had a whole caravan, and they brought in their 20 people to do this, and they all had vans and trucks. Now we've got one little man who looks like he can't carry one of these packages by himself, and he's got a tiny little pickup truck to put 300 of these packages in. So he is, for some reason, fully confident that we're going to be able to do this. And so my brother and I start carrying these up the stairs, 300 of these, going up the 2 flights of stairs to the alley back there. And this man was some kind of genius, because he took all this food comes boxed up, so we've got a mountain of cardboard. he takes the flattened out cardboard boxes and starts making sides to his pickup truck. And so this is a very small truck, but now he's got these cardboard sides on each side of the bed that go up like 8 feet, 9 feet in the air. And we start handing these packages to him, and he starts piling them in there, and the whole thing is bulging and it's filled up to the top, and miraculously all 300 of these fit into the back of his tiny little truck with these flimsy cardboard walls. But I assume they got to their destination. We never heard otherwise, and we were so relieved because we thought our Thanksgiving might have been spent down here trying to dispose of thawed out, rotting turkeys. So that was one of the adventures we had in the Thanksgiving Basket Brigade. This fundraiser that we're doing right now is a much cleaner, easier to implement fundraiser. And maybe it's more important. You know, we fed a lot of needy people for one day on Thanksgiving Day, but these are supplies that are going and resources that are going for kids that are going to last them for quite a while. And this is a very worthy organization that's receiving these contributions. So if you haven't started to collect yet, I encourage you to do so. And if you've collected, collect a little more if you can, because it's going to a great cause. Thanks for being part of this. We're proud to have you on our team. Look forward to seeing you at Briarwood Mall on Saturday, October 6th.